It's the build-up to the general election, 5 months to go. Parties are now consolidating the gains they've made thus far and also sensitizing their members as they continue to chart a way forward. In Nairobi at the Bomas of Kenya, Orange Democratic Movement Party leader Prime Minister Raila Odinga led party delegates and aspirants in a meeting with various party organs to chart the way forward as regards party nominations. ODM aspirants from different regions gathered for a brief on the election rules and nominations, as well as the rules of engagement, key among them the vetting exercise to determine their suitability. Present at the delegates meeting was East African Community Affairs Minister Musa Sirma, who had earlier been linked with a possible defection to URP. However, Tarehe Member of Parliament Margaret Wanjiru skipped the meeting and was with President Mwai Kibaki at the commissioning of the Civil Servants Housing Scheme in Ngara. The Premier and his lieutenants exuded confidence that they were the party to beat come the next general election.
You are in a very great party. If you thought you were knocking at the door, you are now right inside.
We have grown and continue to grow exponentially where it matters, where the rubber meets the road, at the grassroots. That is where the rubber meets the road. That is where it matters.
Umbwa inabweka kama imeona binadamu nakuja au ile mnyama mwingine ambaye ni kubwa kushinda hii. Kwa hivyo ukiona wanakibweka wakiona ODM jua kwamba ODM ni kubwa kuwashinda.
Various aspirants also used the occasion to pitch for their candidacy and pledge their allegiance to ODM ahead of the party's nominations.
We are going to encourage all women, especially the youth, to come forward and declare their candidature in every position that they want.
Nairobi to Kogangari. Nairobi is the melting pot of Kenya. We have all the 42 tribes. And we have this hapa Nairobi. Tumekubali kupambana kwa njia ambayo haitabomboa chama.
Still in Nairobi, Deputy Prime Minister Musalia Mudavadi has said that he is ready to work with other like-minded parties based on shared ideologies and not on the premise of ethnicity or otherwise. Mudavadi was speaking at the launch of the UDF party presidential secretariat in Kileleshwa, Nairobi.
We are determined, we are going to win, and nobody should imagine that we are going to play second fiddle.
Members of Parliament allied to the party sought to underscore why UDF was the party of choice as the elections draw nearer. Member of Parliament for Webuye Alfred Sambu, whose party was meeting aspirants at the Bomas of Kenya, curiously attended the UDF function. Though he remained non-committal, Sambu has now been linked with a possible defection to Mudavadi's new home. A statement from Mudavadi's secretariat issued later appeared to confirm that Sambu had indeed decamped to UDF.
So wherever we go, whether we move out regionally or nationally, but we must bear in mind, there is always home sweet.
We have Honorable Musalia Mudavadi, who has decided, instead of joining a local political party in Western, to look for a national outfit and come together with all of us.
Elsewhere, members of Parliament allied to the National Alliance TNA party want the chairperson of the panel of eminent persons, Kofi Annan, to talk to other political aspirants in the presidential race. The TNA members of Parliament are basing their argument on the fact that Annan and former Tanzanian President Benjamin Mkapa have held talks with Prime Minister Raila Odinga, who is a presidential aspirant in the race to succeed President Mwai Kibaki.
Ni ombi yetu kuwa kuna washikadau wengine ambao ni muhimu sana katika Kenya na Wakenya wengi wanajua.
The Kofi Annan-led panel of eminent persons, however, issued a statement clarifying that its mandate here did not include meeting presidential aspirants, but rather to review the implementation of the Constitution and election preparedness. Elsewhere, Vice President Kalonzo Musyoka has arrived in Italy, where he held several meetings with members of the business community and encouraged them to invest in Kenya. The Vice President, who flew to Italy after campaigning for Kenya's candidate at the Universal Postal Union Congress in Doha, Qatar, urged Italian investors to invest in Kenya, especially in leather and textile industries. The Vice President also toured some of the factories and manufacturing plants in Italy. And from Kajiado County, presidential aspirant on a Restore and Rebuild Kenya party ticket, Professor James Ole Kiapi, was visiting NAT Secretary General David Okuta at his Ongata Rongai home. Okuta is recuperating at home after he had earlier been admitted at the Aga Khan Hospital in Kisumu days before last month's teachers' strike. Willis Raburu, Citizen Live at 9.